don't get is that you have a Quantum Caleb.
Quantum
He
Caleb
just walked out of that room alive.
You don't
know if he's alive or not. But even though I just walked out there alive, does that mean
we don't even like just the basis of you being alive is there? We'd have to prove so many things to it.
And the whole thing with Schrodinger's cat too is it's like it's a thought experiment. It's not a fact we don't know until it's observed. It's like we don't know if we know until it's observed. So it's like it could just be dead right at the start.
Yeah.
That's the part we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, he skims over the whole radioactive sort of like.
Because that's needlessly complicated.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a radioactive isotope that has this half-life and.
I'm trying to think
has
when
a 50% chance of not decaying.
I'm trying to think of when I learned that. He brings up a good point of just like why the he doesn't say it like this, but why the fuck not just is heads or tails?
I feel like if Neil made Schrodinger's cat, it'd be like, well, if you have a radioactive isotope of this element and it has a half-life of this, and the cat is a Hungarian blah 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 and blah 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 blah, and it sounds like needlessly wordy.
Yeah, absolutely. And if it has 1 foot, then when you open the box, will it have all 4 feet, or will it just have 1 foot? And depending on its breed, will it be the same breed before you open the box? Caleb gets it.
You have no idea which it is. And so the way we describe this in quantum physics, if you do the experiments, okay, so some percentage of the time you open the box, the cat will be alive, others the cat will be dead. And so what we say is that the cat's existence is a superposition of being
until
dead
it
and
collapses
being
into
alive.
the one that's observed.
I got you. It's a superposition of those two states.
Because it's in the box.
You're
not looking at it, and that's why the superposition exists.
Correct. And it's a quantum cat, not a macroscopic.
Did you find this video?
No, I've been obsessed with the quantum physics.
I haven't watched anything on it recently, but I used to. Off and on. A lot of it's interesting. Most of it means absolutely nothing. It's like, well, because the whole thing with quantum mechanics is we've observed these weird behaviors, but we don't know what it means. We don't know what causes it. We don't even know if it's really happening.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's like nothing that you can. It's a cool field.
Yeah.
But there's nothing you can take from it.
There's this quote, I think I found it yesterday, is like, if quantum physics doesn't confuse you, then you don't know anything about quantum physics. Yeah, quantum physics. Yeah.
That people love to see jump out of a box.
Okay, all right.
It's a hypothetical quantum cat.
But you know cats on the internet? Took a steep rise the same year that Cats on Broadway closed.
So stupid.
I don't get it.
It's
Cats
like
on the internet,
cow.
Thank God they made a little.
It's a.
That's a good bit.
It's almost like a satire on Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah, he's a parody. Yeah, and obviously it's a fun little fact, but like my instant thought is that those aren't correlated. Those are not
I
correlated.
also just don't care.
Yeah.
That is a weird little
So we need somebody to investigate.
Even him, like, what the fuck?
Where did those cats
Yeah.
go? So it was like 1990, early internet, Cats closes on Broadway. And so I think people needed their cat fix, and it landed on the internet. But anyhow, so here we go. Now, the superposition, the details of that experiment are more intricate than what I'm describing to you. Because what they wanted was to have like something that's radioactive that would decay, and then that would then trigger a gate that would open the box. It's a little more Rube Goldberg.
Why are we adding to a gate to this?
I don't remember a gate. I just remember the isotope decaying and then it killed the cat.
Yeah.
Or it wouldn't, because there's a chance it decays.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, if you don't look at the box, you do not know if the cat is alive or dead. So the Schrodinger's cat is, you're talking about something.
Caleb, I dare you to look at the guy on the right and try not to laugh.
What I'm describing.
Stare in his eyes.
Clear, if you don't look at the box, you do do not know if the cat is alive or dead. So the Schrodinger's cat.
That's what it looked like whenever they like explain something to me. I'd be like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's that meme of Donkey looking at the camera like, it's not the white guy's there or whatever, it's the other one. It's just like something horrible happening and then it's that picture. It's just,
That's the face of someone that does not know what the fuck he's hearing.
yeah.
So I'm the photon.
Yeah.
No.
Until you actually investigate it.
If you end up with movie 7,
I didn't see that.
that was a movie that came out many years ago.
Don't,
with
it's
Morgan
unrelated.
Freeman and
Yeah.
the beautiful man, I forget his name. Oh God, he's
It's my
he did
favorite
12
part.
Monkeys. He's done
Monkeys?
Thelma and Louise. What's his name? Brad Pitt. Thank Brad Pitt, of course. Brad
I
Pitt.
thought he was talking
So,
about,
Kevin Spacey.
yeah, that beautiful man.
Beautiful man.
Brad Pitt is stalking a serial killer. who
Stalking
is-
is a police guy. It's investigating. Whatever.
Stop stalking me. I didn't kill those kids.
Kill the cat.
It goes right from Cats on the Internet to Chuck's 7 analogy.
Yeah.
Deadly sins to kill people. Long story short, the last murder, he puts the head of someone in the box. And
You know
Brad
that she's
Pitt
dead
wants to know
because
what's
she
in
can't
the
fit in the
box.
box. Her head.
Morgan Freeman says,
It's irrelevant.
don't look in the box.
Exactly.
There's no reason for you to look in this box. And Brad Pitt goes, what's in the box? Because he knows that it's his wife's head.
That's completely morbid. Like, what?
The cat thing is-
It's more of a-
So imagine if the cat was your wife's head. How would you know if that head is alive or not?
No, it's not. It's not the matter. His point isn't that if it's the matter of if the head
Should
is
you
alive or
ask
not.
that question?
It's
Oh, yeah,
the
it's
it's your wife's head.
That
or
is a
not, yeah.
decent analogy because it's like you don't know until you. But it doesn't. That's obviously.
It doesn't
just, like,
change the state of it,
Yeah.
which is what the cat experiment
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
But they're not knowing.
That's it.
Yeah.
Chuck, that is the most morbid analogy to this example I've ever heard.
Oh, because a dead cat is perfectly fine.
No, okay. So,
Okay, thought
So-
experiment. Would you rather open a box of a dead cat or your wife's head?
The dead cat.
Good cat. What is your point?
His point is to the guy that it's not as morbid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly.
this actually, in a way, applies to quantum computing, which you might have heard snippets
Oh,
about.
quantum
where these
mechanics
bits and
does?
headlines
Yeah.
are, making the news. So, I think regular computing is like a zero
Yeah, looked
and
into
ones,
that, it's interesting.
right?
Fucking
And
qubits
all
instead of
calculations are done
binary.
in this
Yeah.
way.
It's
Well,
so weird.
Mhm.
Quantum computing, the 8-bit,
Mhm.
quantum
Yeah.
I'm
bit.
gonna go get my food.
Oh, was it out
Well,
front?
are you gonna
Yeah.
pick it up or?
No, it's out
It's
front.
right outside.
Oh. He acted as if he just he was like, oh, chicken teriyaki or
Yeah.
something.
What was it? There's an episode of Decoding the Unknown. It's just that Simon Whistler show who, debunks or figures out the truth of things.
Huh.
And he talked about I forget what it's called, but basically there used to be a huge problem with computer chips. I'm going to explain this roughly, probably wrongly. There used to be a huge problem with computer chips, and it still kind of is, where one I don't remember this at all. For instance, one place they found was down kind of wind of a nuclear factory.
You didn't close it.
Or this certain factory where they're making this thing, and so isotopes from that factory were going downwind into the computing bits, and what's it called? I forget. It's so interesting though. I forget. Oh fuck. But and basically just randomly.
They didn't give me any utensils.
We have some.
Alright.
But randomly, some of these isotopes would affect those, and then they just completely neutralize the technology, just like these radioactive isotopes.
Actually, I got a story about that too when we back.
That okay. Well, I'll show you where the utensils are. Well, you should look that one up because it's really interesting, and it's not in a way like quantum mechanics where it's well, we don't know. That
What would
one's
it-
we know how this works, and it's weird.
What was it?
Decoding the unknown, and then radioactivity. Look
Okay.
up something like that.
Oh yeah, I know this guy.
Hello, Rudy. Welcome back to it.
So, when we get the cores for the nuclear material, they go into a huge cell, basically just a huge steel box with glass and stuff like that. And to move it around different cells, when they first put it in, they put it in a mechanical like little track, almost like a little train. And within like 4 years, it broke.
Yeah.
The mechanics did not work because of the radioactive isotopes over time breaking down the components to the point where now they tied a rope to the cart and just did a pulley system. Yeah.
I remembered, they're called bit flips. It's weird because that's similar, but it might be different. Well, it might be the same actually. But when these isotopes interact with the components, they don't just like brick the thing or anything. They flip inside the binary code. They flip the ones and zeros.
Wow.
So they're called bit flips. Yeah, it's a bit flip. The
Shit.
isotopes flip the binary code. It's weird. That's why I watched it. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is so weird.
That is pretty interesting.
That-
I also got another story about that.
It seems like as if like it's like it sort of it's sort of I'm going to speak sort of loosely here, sort of has its connections to that sort of thing and interacts with it as if like it can interact to the sort of environment, like how people will say nature is math,
There's some universal truth to code.
Yeah.
What are you getting? Oh, the same drawer.
Yeah.
If you need a butter knife.
Yeah, I was gonna get
Okay. But it's so weird. Actually, I think, is it the Deepest Internet Mysteries one? I don't remember, but he's got a series like that where his one of his writers will write he'll have so he'll go over 4 different